everyone! Today I'll be sharing an overview of the IQUNIX L80 Cosmic Traveler wireless mechanical keyboard. The company sent it to me to review, and I'm already in love with the custom packaging to match the keyboard's space theme. After opening the box, I did notice that some of the keycaps from the keyboard had come loose inside the plastic sleeve, so I took some time to put them back into place. After that, I was able to look over the keyboard for the first time. This is an 80% keyboard with 83 keys, and I'm already noticing the unique details on the back and sides of the case, as well as the space-themed novelty keycaps along the top row, arrow keys, spacebar, and enter key. The very back of the keyboard features the word Lime in raised letters, as well as the USB-C port on the left-hand side. I don't usually find the need to photograph the back of a keyboard unless I'm featuring the location of the USB port. However, the design of this one was too unique to ignore and really emphasized the overall space theme, so I wanted to capture it as well. The bottom of the keyboard was pretty cool too. This is also where the switch is located to change the connection type from wired to wireless. The fold-out feet allow up to 3 different angles for typing. Aside from the keyboard, there were a few more things in the box. The first was a fold-out poster showing off a blueprint of the keyboard's layers. The second was a manual. There was also a booklet and some stickers. Accessories that come with this keyboard include a white USB-C cable, a 2.4 GHz receiver, an extender for wireless connections, a cleaning brush, a keycap and switch puller, and extra keycaps. The extra keycaps contain 3 novelty keycaps and 4 Mac layout compatible keycaps. On the product page, you can choose between 7 different switches, and I chose the TTC Speed Silver option. This keyboard is a hot swap, so I can take the switches out to mod or put in an entirely new set of switches if I wanted to. I haven't tried these switches out before, so I'll be leaving them in for this video. So far, they seem pretty okay, but I think they could definitely benefit from some lube and film. Taking a closer look at the novelty keycaps, I really like how much personality they put into these little astronaut characters. The top row also features some really cute space icons, including a space helmet and different types of spacecrafts. These keycaps are PBT keycaps with an ABS frame, and the designs are dye sublimated. The white novelty keycaps that come with it also have their own designs, rather than just being an alternative color of the same keycap. I do prefer the blue novelty keycaps, but just to see what the keyboard would look like, I decided to change them out for a moment. When removing the enter key, I was able to take a closer look at the stabilizers, which I see are cherry-style clip-in stabs. Another thing I noticed is that the spacebar also had really dense foam, which I assume was to help provide sound dampening for the keyboard. After placing all of the white novelty keys, here's how it looked. The all-white look was really refreshing, and I appreciate that they added them in as a bonus item for this pre-built keyboard. Next, I wanted to test out the RGB, so I plugged it in. I'm not a heavy user of RGB with my keyboards, so this isn't necessarily a feature I need, but I do think it looks pretty cool, and I enjoy how it looks with the white keycaps. If you aren't a big fan of RGB, you can actually order this keyboard without it. Overall, I'm loving this unique little keyboard, and I'm really excited to display it on my keyboard shelf after this. It may not have the look of a classic 80% keyboard, but if you're looking for a new keyboard with an interesting design, I recommend checking this one out. If this is your first time purchasing a keyboard, I don't think this would be a bad choice at all, but depending if you want to branch out with different keycaps or not, you may feel limited by the blue accents on the bottom and back of the case. IQUNIX does have a white keyboard with a more classic shape on their website that comes with the same keycap set, so I'll make sure to leave a link to both choices below. Don't forget, you can get 5% off of a keyboard from IQUNIX using my code MOCHI. As for the quality of this keyboard, the case feels super sturdy, and unlike many keyboards with plastic cases, this one doesn't make any creaking noises as you move it around and doesn't feel like it could crack if flexed. Because this keyboard has a hot swap PCB and removable clip-in stabs, having the ability to modify those aspects makes the keyboard so much more beginner friendly. This is because having the option to do these things will give you the opportunity to learn if you'd like, instantly giving those who are interested a way to try it out when ready. Sometimes I get questions from beginners who want to know how they can customize their keyboard, but then find out that their keyboard switches are soldered or the case is hard to get into. These aren't modifications that are very beginner friendly, so I find it best to start with something that will allow you to change things if you're interested in any level at all. As for the switches, I actually do think that these sound and feel pretty decent as stock, but like I said earlier, they could really benefit from some lube as some keys sounded a little scratchy. At the time of filming this video, you can find this keyboard and switch combination on IQUNIX.store for $189 USD with 5% off using my code MOCHI. While this keyboard may be priced higher than other pre-builts with the same features, IQUNIX occasionally does have sales that could help with the higher price point, but I do think that this is priced quite fairly for how nice it is already. This is the last overview video I'll be doing for a while, which means that I can finally start sharing the builds I've been planning for the last few months. I'm really excited to share them. If you like this video and would love to see more, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you again to IQUNIX for sponsoring this video, and thank you all for watching!